Yes. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we're going to talk about how to find supply and demand zones on a 5 minute chart. So let's go. All right, so today we're going to talk about how to find supply and demand zones. Also, we're going to talk about how to draw supply and demand zones. And also, we're going to look at a couple of examples of my trades. And we're going to look at one live example because there is always a hater out there that's going to say, hey, this is hindsight. Anybody can do this. Anybody can, go back and just show, examples that happened already. Okay. And to answer that, I have a whole bunch of live videos on my channel, so check that out, okay? But I do have a live example for you guys today, so let's go. All right, so the reason why I like to look at supply and demand on a 5 minute chart is because number one, I'm a scalper and a day trader, so I'm trying to be in and out the market. I'm not trying to hold long moves, no more than 15 minutes, 30 minutes tops, okay? And the 5 minute gives me that. Another reason why I'm looking at my 5 minute zones is because on a higher time frame, like the 4 hour or the 1 hour, right? If I go to 4 hour right here, I'm not going to get zones every single day. And I only trade the NASDAQ every day. So the higher time frame is not going to give me supply and demand zones every single day. But the 5 minute might, and I might not take every single supply and demand zone I see on the 5 minute, but still, at least it shows up more than the 4 or the 1 hour. Okay. So let me show you how I look for my supply and demand zones. So overall, you have to understand the market is a wave machine. So that's what I'm looking at. I like to look for what I call short-term supply and demand zones. Most people look for supply and demand zones on a higher time frame. And for me, I don't do that because I'm a scalper, a day trader. So I like to look at the waves in the market on a 5 minute chart, right? And if you look at these waves, they're going to give you, supply and demand zones from these waves, okay? And you can get, some quick moves from these waves. All right, so how do I find my supply and demand zone? Basically, I'm looking for aggressive buying if the market's going up, which is demand, and I'm looking for aggressive selling if the market's going down, and that's supply, okay? And I'm looking for at least maybe 3 candles in a row, okay? Now, the market's not a perfect picture all the time, so you might not get 3 candles in a row. I might get maybe 2 aggressive candles in a row, but for the most part, maybe 3 candles. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row. So to me, that's a good zone. I see nice buying, and then I'm gonna draw my zone right here. Now, we are waiting for the market to come back to the zone, right? The whole concept of supply and demand is basically big buyers are pushing up the market, right? And we're waiting for the market to come back to this key area because the big players might come back in the market to buy up the market again. So we just want to follow big money. That's it. So that's the whole concept. Now, came back to demand. You can get in with a nice bullish bar or a nice bearish bar, okay? Nice rejection right here and the market shot up. Let me show you guys another example. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, I would say at least 9 candles in a row. So we have a nice zone. Now, you could put your zone right here when the candle started to move. So right here, if you look at it, this is the candle that started this whole big move all the way to here. So you can start your zone right here. But what I like to do, I like to look at the candles that's around the move because sometimes the market will never come back to that first candle, right? But it will come back to the candles that's around the zone. So right here, I will put my zone right here and notice how it came back to it, and I will get in and I will look for the market to continue to go back up. So now let me show you guys a supply example. Okay, so remember what I told you guys before. Supply is when the market's going down. So we have the market going down and we have a nice aggressive selling right here. I would say 1, 2, 3 candles. So again, we have the candle that started to move, but the market never came back to it. So what I like to do is, you see the candles that's around it. I like to put my zone right here and notice how we have a nice rejection right at that zone. Okay, I get in and I look for that continuation. So let me show you guys another example. So here's another example right here, guys. We have the market. First, we have a demand zone. So we have a nice aggressive buying right here. You can't deny that, right? Now, notice how it came back to that zone and it blew past that zone. Now, this is why I tell traders, especially if you're new, do not buy as soon as it comes right at the zone. It's best to wait for some type of confirmation, okay? So it blew past this zone. Now, what do we have? We have aggressive selling. A lot of selling going on right here. So I'll draw my zone and I wait for the market to come back to that zone. Notice how we have a nice rejection right here, okay? You can get in. You can actually put your stop loss above the candlestick, or you can put it above the zone. Doesn't matter. It all depends on your style, okay? Now, another way you can actually find supply and demand zones is from my indicator, okay? Some of you guys know I have a supply and demand indicator. I really don't talk about it that much, but let me show you real quick. Okay, so notice how this indicator shows you when the supply or demand starts. So right here, we're going down. So I'm looking for a supply. That's where you see the yellow candle and you see the S stands for supply. If the market was going up, you would see a D, right? Now we have the aggressive selling. You're waiting for the market to come back to the zone. So you can draw your own zone, but it's going to show you, hey, we have supply here. And it came back to that zone and it shot down. Notice how we shot down with aggressive selling right here. Okay, so that gives us another zone right here, right? And we look for more short opportunities, okay? And also this comes with buy and sell confirmations. Let me show you that real quick. All right, so these confirmations are only good if it's at a key level, okay? You don't want to go short if it's not at a key level. Notice how we came back to this key level right here, give you a nice short confirmation, boom. Now it came back to this supply key zone, right? Short, you could put your stop loss above the zone, right? And you look for continuations. So again, this indicator is for beginners. You don't really need it, okay? But some students say, I like it, it helps me out, all right? And people ask me, hey, how do I get this indicator? It only comes with my trading program, right? And the reason why I do that is because I want to show you guys how to trade the market the right way. I don't want you to rely on the indicator because eventually, once you understand the market at a high level, you don't need an indicator, right? So let me show you guys some more examples. All right, so these are the trades that I took right here. So notice how we have the market going down. So this is supply. So we have nice aggressive selling right here, right? It came back to here. When I saw some selling going on, I got in, put my stop loss above this pivot right here, right? And these lows right here, and I got out. So let me show you guys another example, but it's going to be on the demand side. Let's go. All right, so here's a demand example. And I like this example because it's lining up with support, okay? So once you have a lot of things lining up, to me, that's a great trade. So we have support right here, right? The market shot up, went above support, and we have demand right here, okay? We have nice buying going on right here. 1, 2, 3 candles pull back to that demand area right here. When I saw buying coming in, I got in right there, and my target was this high right here, and I got out, and I was done for the day. All right, so let me show you guys the live example right now. Okay, so before I show you guys a live example, let me explain the trade real quick. All right, so right here, we have the market going down, right? And notice how we're making like these triple bottoms right here, right? And then the market shot up. So we got 1 and 2 green candles. It shot up, right? Notice how it tried to go down some more. And then, boom, we shot up. Nice green candle right here. That's where I got in. And my target was this high right here. Let me show you guys the clip. Okay, so this is where I started to record because I wasn't trying to record today, but I said, you know what, let me show them a live example. So I got in, the market is shooting up, it's going my way. So let me fast forward to show you guys what happened next. All right, so right here, guys, you see the market is almost at my target profit. And I'm waiting to see if the market is going to stall out because it's at a resistance area and sellers might come in. So if I see any type of signs that I don't like, I'm going to get out the market. So let me fast forward this. All right, so I just got out and I forgot to record it, but basically I didn't like how the market was looking at resistance. And I said, okay, let me get out. Remember, I'm a scalper. I'm not really trying to hold for these big moves. And if the market continues to go up without me, oh well, okay? But if you look at the left, you see that I'm up 11K for the day. Okay, so I have another live trade to show you guys. First, let me explain the trade. So right here, you see that we have a nice strong push. And the market came back to this demand level right here, right? So this is where the market opened up right here. Me personally, I don't jump in the candle as soon as the market opened. I usually wait maybe 5 minutes or so or 15 minutes before I take a trade. So we had the market respecting this zone right here, okay? Plus, if you look at this, we do have a trend line going on too. To me, when I see multiple things lining up, it gives me even more confidence. Anyway, I saw the market holding this demand level. It popped up. When I saw this green bullish bar right here, I bought when it went above this candle. And when I got on the trade, I decided to trail my profits. So let me show you guys the live clip. All right, so I'm in the market and I'm just looking for the market to continue to push up because overall the market looks like it's holding that level and it's looking really bullish. So I'm just saying, okay, let me see if I can make this trade breathe a little bit. So let me fast forward this real quick. All right, so right here, you see I put my stop loss below this candle right here, just in case the market decides to fall back, sell off, because now I see, the market is looking kind of weak. So right here, you're going to see me get out completely because it hit my stop loss, and I'm just going to flatten all the orders that's open. And if you look to the left, you see that I'm up 8K for the day. All right. So that's another live example of me trading supply and demand. So that's all I wanted to show you guys today. I wanted to show you guys how to draw your zones, how to find the zones, and also a couple examples of my trades in one live trade. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to learn how to trade and take your trading to the next level, check out the trading program in the description. And the supply and demand indicator comes with that program. And also have an early Halloween discount going on. So make sure you take advantage of that before it disappears. If you have any questions, comment below because I try to answer all you guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time, and please have a great day.